Molweni, our lovely sister Jessica Motaung has revealed the plans of Kaizer Chiefs this year, 2024, because once again, 2023 ended with, surprise, surprise, another drought season. We didn't win anything. But now, looking at what she said, if she really means it, and also based on the things that they've been saying and doing, the things that she said actually do make sense. So what are those things? Number one is the fact that they want to compete on the domestic and international level. Now, we remember when it comes to the international level with Kaizer Chiefs that a lot of times we've been suspicious that they didn't care. And Gavin Hunt actually kind of sort of confirmed that thing because he said that Kaizer Chiefs management told him to focus more on getting the top 8 rather than trying to win the CAF Champions League. And you remember that Gavin Hunt said he saw that there was a chance of winning the CAF Champions League, but then the management only cared more about the league because they wanted to be on the top 8 in the following season, which doesn't really make any sense to me. Yes, I understand the squad was a bit thin because we couldn't sign players, but the coach himself had confidence and he felt like we could have won the CAF Champions League. And look at what happened. We ended up getting to the finals. And we never know. Maybe if it was Gavin Hunt coaching the finals, he would have won because against Pizzo, he wouldn't have done what Baxter did. He would have just sat deep and defended the whole game and got one counter and scored a goal. That's how we're winning the games in any case. So I see that. Hopefully, I hope what they're saying now that they want to compete on the international level that they actually do, because it is kind of embarrassing that a club like Kaizer Chiefs has not been as active in the CAF Champions League as we wish they would have been. Like Pirates in the Sundowns, but star. That is painful. But it is painful. Now, on a domestic level, it's obvious. Now, when he's talking about 2024, obviously 2024 includes the season that we're in, and it's not finished yet. And I have a question for you. I know, but I will just ask this question. Do you honestly think Kaizer Chiefs still has a chance in the league? I don't think so. But in the league this season, where do you actually think Kaizer Chiefs will finish? Because for us to say we want to compete on the international level, that means this season we must finish second or third. That's the question I have for you. Which and where do you think Kaizer Chiefs will actually end up finishing this season? Is it going to be second? Is it going to be third or fourth or fifth? Give me your predictions right now. And also with regards to league and domestic cups, it's obviously that the Nedbank Cup is still around the corner. And do you think Kaizer Chiefs has a chance of winning it? I mean, it's the last 32, 16, and then it's 8, and then it's 4. It's 5 rounds, guys, because then there's the final as well. But I hope if they continue winning matches, then the confidence will grow and then they will be able to even advance in the Nedbank Cup. Anyways, number 2 is the one that gets me excited more than anyone. It's the fact that they're saying they want to strengthen the squad. And I like that because it's not just talk at this point. Because we look at the last season and the season before. When Mangete took over, they bought in players. When he saw that the players were not good enough, he then wanted to strengthen the team and they got him better players. So this is one area where I can put the mic down and do this. Kaizer Chiefs have actually done well in this regard because yes, we wanted Abomendieta, we didn't get them, but we wanted Umteto, we got them, we wanted Umsimango, we got him, we wanted a midfielder, we got to Castillo as well. We wanted a striker, we got to Ranga, and they also gave us Gonzalez. Maybe that would be sorted if they give him more supply. We got about Potsani, we got about Modi. So the previous transfer window, if you think about it, it was a really good one, and Chiefs actually went out and got the players. So I believe them. Number 3 is the fact that they want to invest in talent development, which is why I get conflicted, right? Because I see and I agree and I see the vision, right? Because one of the things that I've complained about with Kaizer Chiefs is that sometimes it seems like there's no vision. But when it comes to talent development, I see that they are trying to make the team better, because the reason why our head coach was brought to Kaizer Chiefs in the first place was to address this very issue. Talent development, and he was brought to be somewhere in the development to help the kids to get better and stuff like that. The problem now is, now that they've moved to Kevin Johnson to the senior coaching position, and it seems like the plan is to make him the permanent coach. Who's then going to go to that position? Because I'm sure, based on what and how they've been doing things, it's clear that they are thinking these decisions through. So if they thought it through and thought, hey, Kevin Johnson would be good for our talent development, then after shifting him, that means now they have to think. And I know people will say, Panpilo, there are a lot of people who can develop young players. Who? I know you'll say Farouk Khan, but Farouk Khan has his own things that he's currently doing right now. He just opened one of his development academies and he has other things that he's doing. So I don't really think he will come back to Chiefs and focus solely on the development of Kaizer Chiefs. So I do see where they are going, and I don't think she's lying with this because clearly they've been doing that. Which brings us to number 4. But before we go to number 4, if you're enjoying this video, do the nice things. Please like, please subscribe to the channel. Yeah, the nice things, man. Let's grow the channel. And number 4 is embracing tactical innovation aligned with Chiefs legacy. This time around, it didn't want to say Chiefs' way because we've heard that a lot of times this season. Anyways, it made me think of Mfundo Vilakazi because he played in the Carling Knockout Cup, right? And he still did his tricks. But what I liked about Mfundo, by the way, from that game is the fact that whenever he did perform those tricks, it wasn't just to dance on the ball, but there was the one where he was spinning with the ball in the middle of the park around players, but then that was progressive. It wasn't just for the fun of it. So I like that fact because you are still going forward, but the Chiefs' legacy, which is kind of winning but at the same time entertaining fans, which is what you're going to get if your players are dribbling people but passing the ball forward. That means you are taking the ball forward and you are going to create chances. When it comes to tactical innovation, this is a very, very, very deep topic, né? Because you have coaches like Abo Gavin Hunt. Gavin Hunt is a very good coach, yes, because we think sometimes when a coach is defensive, like Abo Jose Moreno, people think that's a bad coach. No, that's his preferred style of play. Because if he prefers to be safe and defend, that's his own thing. But Gavin Johnson, Gavin Hunt doesn't like playing from the back. I've heard him say that. I don't understand why people do that. But he now having gone to that cave, to the training, I'm sure they explained to him that it's for drawing people out of position, forcing people to press you, and then you can play through lines of pressure. Blah, 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 blah. Let's not talk coaching. But the point is, he just doesn't like that. And that means he's not the type of coach that Kaizer Chiefs would be hiring going forward, based on the logic. Because if we're talking about innovation, we're talking about moving from Abo 442, flat 442, which was the formation nearby Dala, Ugut, you have 2 wingers or 2 left and right midfielders, 2 big strikers, you cross the ball to them, they head the ball. Because now we've evolved. Now Bono Pep bedlala ngama center back of 4. One is dropping into midfield. By the way, that has happened before. But nje manje, we are taking things from the 50s and we are innovating and changing. That's a long story. Don't want to bore you with history. The point is innovation, coming up with new solutions to modern day football problems, because there are a lot of things. Inverted fullbacks, haibo usathi uyabheka ama-false 9 uMessi waqala lento benoGuardiola, but you see with all of these trends are being started by Guardiola and everyone else is following, which means Kaizer Chiefs is not going to have to sign coaches who like still want to play ama 442, who still want to just cross the ball into the box all the time. But we want coaches, modern day coaches, who understand and embrace. In fact, she said that embrace tactical innovation. So people who are going to say, okay, football is changing, we have to bait the press. Let's do that. Not to go to 4-3-3, ngizogcina 4-3-3. Like I was watching Liverpool against Arsenal this Sunday. I'm a Liverpool fan, but even with City, I see these things happen a lot. Liverpool started with Trent at right back. The next thing, Trent was, because Martinelli was beating Trent, and then as other wingers always do. But then he moved Trent into midfield to play just as a midfielder and brought on another right back. I think it was Upek. And then he brings on to midfield. And then he ended up playing as a 6. But there were a lot of things, reading the game and seeing with, okay, Man City or Arsenal in that case were kind of coming around our system. So he had to, embrace the fact that he's changing. So now I have to be innovative in this game. Not this thing you're going to qala nge 4-3-3. It's difficult. You're not going to change the system. You're not going to change how the players are playing and how they are moving around. It's just the same thing over and over again. It's annoying. So I do hope that they really do follow up on this, because we need a coach who will be able to read the game but also to understand what is going on in general. And number 5, she obviously talked about condemning the violence and the fact that she hopes that the fans have learned. But my thing is, I hope they also have learned that you cannot force coaches down our throats, especially if we know that they are not good enough. Like Unsegi, everyone knew he wasn't good enough, and then it ended up not working. So now I hope they are learning and they are not just wanting fans to learn, because yes, violence is wrong, but I've been to the games. Only 3 games I've not been to this season, and I know that some of the people, like maybe half of the people who go to who go to the stadiums, are drunk when they are there. So I know, Guti, you cannot always say you're gonna control the behavior of the fans. Instead, why not try and control the thing that will trigger them into doing those things? I'm not saying obviously it's entirely Kaizer Chiefs' fault, because if people drink, it's their responsibility to control themselves. But at the same time, don't upset them, don't make them angry, because even sober fans do throw things at the coaches when they are mad. So I hope they themselves have learned. And I think based on what they've been doing in the last 2 seasons, they have actually learned. What do you think about what Jessica Motaung has said? Do you think they have really applied some of these things, or which ones do you think they still need to improve on? Do let me know down on the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, remember, equals alpelumoya.